I am back. Might actually not be back. Oh my god. I just want to play this fucking game. Alright. I'm gonna play for 20, then I gotta go downstairs for like 5 minutes. So, where was I? It seems like Destiny is either dead or being murdered. And today I am here to finally catch up on this season because I missed all of last season, and figure that out. See what's wrong with this game because it has been quite some time since I have played. Don't worry about my super duper rad loadout. Go back to the thing that I always play no matter what. Alright. Think we're alright here. Is this supposed to be on? That's why I don't play this game on stream. Seems like it. Nope. What'd I do? Good. Okay. Alright, where the hell do I even head to first? Let's see if I remember how to play this game. Solstice is up. I'm good. Seasonal challenges. Cool. I'm just going to play the game. We stand broken. Defiant Battlegrounds. Oh, I still got to do last season. Okay. What'd I miss? What'd I miss last season? Because I'm not playing this shit. I'll play it eventually. For season recap Destiny 2. I'll play the stuff at the end of the year if the loot inside of it is supposed to be amazing. I saw a recap of Lightfall and Season Defiance. 2 months ago? 2 months ago? Is that okay? Alright. This should be alright. I'm gonna throw the Bife on. Bife should be solid right now. Catch me up on everything. I'm probably gonna have to pause it a bunch because I'm trying to listen to this season story, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out. Oh, what is this? Thank you. Let's get another thing. I won't use that yet. But I need some guap, it seems, right? Yeah. Like less than 100k. Where's my wait, hold on. Where's my glimmer? Oh, there it is. All right, I did not need to pop that. It's cool. It's whatever. All right, let's see. What's been happening in Destiny?
Greetings, Guardians. My name is Bife here. So before the Season of the Deep begins and we all move on, let's go ahead and just recap the story from the Season of Defiance and Lightfall. On reflection, yeah, this is a rough video to make because, well,
this is a rough thing.
You know. Anyway, the recap of everything is really here as a service for those of you who have requested it, and as per usual, it's something that allows you to get up to speed if you're trying to get ready for a future season and you just need to know the events of Lightfall and this last season. So, let's start with Lightfall. Thanks to what we learned at the end of the Season of the Seraph, we know that the Witness was specifically searching for an artifact of darkness known as the Veil. What is the Veil is a question that is never actually properly answered in the Lightfall campaign. I've got a few hours worth of speculative content talking about what the Veil is/does across the whole channel. I'm starting with this particular point.
What's going on here?
The campaign mentions the Veil constantly. It's got to be easily.
I guess I just have to find it.
Or so. And yeah, no concrete explanation
Forgot to play this
of what
game,
it
guys.
is ever given. The extensive research from the community has told us a lot of.
Oh, I gotta go to Neptune. Duh. That would make sense, right? No, that's not it. That's not where I'm supposed to go.
Few things have
Where's
actually
Titan?
been confirmed by anything that we've read in game. So for the moment, I want you to know that above all things. And here are 3 important facts about the Veil that we know definitively. Firstly, it's an artifact of darkness. Secondly, it reveals the web of Strand as one gets closer to it. And thirdly,
Where is Sloan?
the Heart of the Black Garden was an imperfect copy of it. Now, there are a whole bunch of other things about
I know where it's going to be at.
a repository for all the memories of the cosmos, and even more stuff that links it to cosmic fungi, but for the...
Person, no one person. There it is, the helm. Oh my goodness, bro. What's this? Ghost of the Deep. I'm not dungeoning today. I will dungeon the next time I stream though. Because I will have farmeth well off stream. Man. Good news, good news. I am going to have shelter with my mates. Very exciting stuff. Well, I've never really observed this warp animation. That's really nice. Whew. My sensitivity is been this high? Nah, no way. I can't play on this. Where's sensitivity at? Look sensitivity. Alright, this seems a little bit better for me. There's nothing over here, right? Seems like there is. That's not how you play the game. There you go. Ah, this is for Defiance. Okay. Cool. I'll come back to that. Yeah, before I throw Bifon. See what y'all gotta say, because y'all always got some shit to say.
Good to be back in contact with the Vanguard. It's an honor to serve with you.
I was gonna say, I thought there was shit on her face.
Moved in quick after we lost Titan. I had to switch gears. Escape, evade, and rotate between extraction points. Survive for another day. That was the mission. I absorbed some of the Taken corruption to tap into their comms, if you can call them that. My bond with Asa proved mission critical too. I owe her my life. Now that Titan's back, the mission's changed. We need more intel on our enemy, the Witness. Drifter claims he knows a way to help Asa share that intel. Boost the signal so her message can get through. If he's right, you're going to need some diving equipment. Thankfully, I was able to secure a pair of intact subnauticals from the archaeology store.
I was able to secure a wetsuit.
Feel free to toss out that junk Drifter gave you earlier. This is the real deal.
Gotcha. Repulsor regulator. Ooh, I got a roll. I'm gonna have to stock all of these weapons. Hold. Oh, I get to open up.
While you were taking a dip in the methane, I detected
Dim.
something on the ocean floor, and it ain't native to Titan. I've seen it before, on the Glykon, on the Leviathan, on my own ship too. An organism that's all about forming psychic connections. Seems it's growing like coral down in the depths. I'm thinking we gather it up and use it to amplify Sloane's link to the creature. I can modify my Gambit equipment to bank that stuff and harness its power. But I'll
Go
need
ahead.
some Golden Age parts to do it.
Are we trying to
Just
steal?
so happens, the archaeology is full of Golden Age tech waiting to be salvaged. You help me collect it, and I'll fix up the bank. Then it's just a matter of, well, diving into the depths of the methane sea and dredging up what Sloane needs. Oh, while trying not to drown, of course.
Light
Nothing
sauce.
you can't handle. So what do you say?
I've killed gods. I can
Ready
swim.
for another swim?
I could take a dive. Alright, what are these? Open a deep dive chest. Energy weapon kills. Pulse rifles, scout rifles. Alright, I could rock a scout. Void or arc? Okay. Hey, thanks for that. How does it look? It's not bad. It's not bad. I gotta see how the full set looks though. I guess I probably need. No, I do not need the upgrade. This is trash. Oh wait, what's sonar amplifier do? Am I gonna have to care about this? All right, I'll get it. I'll play one more thing, one more mission. When I get the full set, I'll put the armor on. How about that? Wait, is it directly connected here? No, no way. I have to go to an event. What were the other ones about? Oh, I have to go to the tower. I'm doing this wrong. Maximize profits, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. I don't really care about getting a light level increase as much as I care about getting some fucking materials. I'm gonna care about that in like a month or two when we're grinding out for the last season. This is the tower? Okay. See what's going on, bro. I gotta say what's up to Zavala, just out of respect. Man, I am so excited. Life about to be different in 2 weeks. Put it off for now.
Moment, I want to set all of that aside because that's all theory. Solid and really compelling theory, but theory nonetheless. This is all worth remembering for the future, but for now, that's what we know, and it matters because, well, the Veil is the Witness's entire objective in the Lightfall campaign. To find the Veil and link with it. And why? Because reasons, I don't know. They don't explain that either. Anyway, to start off in Lightfall...
Hold on. What's this about? Oh, thanks for the armor. I didn't even have to do anything for this. I really wish I gave a fuck about having this shit shine, but I really don't. Armor Kyle, yeah, I'm okay with the armor as is. As long as it's inside my slots.
Making a purchase. Or
Why is it like translucent like this? Huh? What? There it is. It's okay. It doesn't shade amazingly, but it's alright. What's the other armors look like? I'm about to delete these characters anyway for the last season because I'm really not gonna play anything but Hunter. Okay, store don't even want to load. I see how it is. Tower, server. That's another issue that was apparently an issue. Fucking tower wouldn't load. The best one is probably the Warlock. Huh. What is this? For a purple glow? I don't know, it's just for the set.
gods lately?
Okay.
It's just wonderful.
Man.
I missed you all so much.
Falls campaign, there is a massive assault on Earth. The forces of the last
Oh, the
city
glows
and
from
coalition
last time.
are taking on the
the
conventional
previous
forces
year,
of
I guess?
Callus's Shadow Legion, who have joined the Witness in battle, but they clearly have no way of damaging the pyramid fleet of the Witness itself or the Witness. This proves to be a problem as the Witness moved from its pyramid ship to make contact with the Traveler. Even as the Traveler made some kind
This
of
is
assault on
pretty
the
cool.
Witness, it was one of these moments at which the Witness was just completely unfazed and continued onwards as it always does, and an initial moment of contact with the Traveler is made. For this brief moment, the Witness seemed to learn that the Veil was on Neptune. With that established, it sent Emperor Callus, its newest disciple, to go and retrieve the Veil.
Oh,
Osiris,
this
who was on
looks
the heels of his
fucking
mastery since his
fire.
revival at the end of the season.
Hold on, is this a Horizon Zero Dawn collab? It has to be. I'm down for this. I might cop this right here. Ooh. How long is this going to be on for? I'll cop some fucking silver, bro. Oh. Wait, I want to see the ship, not myself. The ship is cute. Little chode ship. What about this ship? This is why this shit works, bro. I'll look at the shit. I might consider buying some shit. And if not, guess what? I'll probably buy some shit next time. Because I'm a fucking bot. I guess that's Cordyceps. Wait, is this a fucking... It is. Wow. This game has really opened itself up, huh? What is this for? Oh, just a regular? Oh, I guess this kind of goes with the,
You remind me of someone I
the Starry Scales.
long
I would totally be down to like spend $6 just to make a Starry Scales build with that Star Eater Scales build. Wow. Need that. What is this about? Oh, the slide. Fire. If only you didn't punch before it, you know, for the finisher. Good on that. The Mara multi-tool? Whack. Absolutely whack. The Spartan. Alright, cool. I might drop some Yash on this game. And then bounce, because apparently it's not good. Alright, let me listen to this video while I go through this fucking
Season
menu.
of the plunder immediately gave chase, followed swiftly by us as it was ascertained that there is a massive assault on Earth. The forces of the Lost City and the Coalition are taking on the conventional forces of Callus's Shadow Legion, who have joined the Witness in battle, but they clearly have no way of damaging the pyramid fleet of the Witness itself or the Witness. This proves to be a problem as the Witness moved from its pyramid ship to make contact with the Traveler. Even as the Traveler made some kind of assault on the Witness, it was one of these moments at which the Witness was just completely
It's a fire
unfazed and
set.
continued onwards as it always does, and an initial moment of contact with the Traveler is made. For this brief moment, the Witness seemed to learn that the Veil was on Neptune. With that established, it sent Emperor Callus, its newest disciple, to go and retrieve the Veil. Osiris, who had been hot on the heels of this mystery since his revival at the end of the Season of the Plunder,
What?
immediately gave chase, followed swiftly by us. From this moment on, without really knowing what it was, everything piles down into being just a big race to see who can get to the Veil first. We start off that race well enough by sabotaging 2 Shadow Legion ships in orbit.
Oh,
of
I forget he has
Neptune
to summarize
before
the
heading
DLC
to
for
the
me too,
drop pod
because
down
I
to the
fucking
surface.
forgot.
During this mission, we also see Callus's massive ship, the Typhon Imperator, making its way to Neptune's surface, and we have our first run-in with the Tormentors. When we touch down on Neptune, we discover the city of Neomuna, a bastion of humanity that has existed on Neptune since the collapse and has remained hidden ever since. Within mere moments, we're also greeted by the city's protectors, the Cloud Striders Rohan and Nimbus. After fighting our way through some of this Shadow Legion, we eventually managed to find Osiris's drop pod, which is stuck on a nearby roof. It's at this moment that we also discovered something else, a strange force at the heart of Lightfall's story, Strand. Strand is a darkness element that we discover fresh here on Neomuna, and it has no link to the Witness, unlike Stasis. It's rooted in the ideas of memory, consciousness, and the ties of fate
I don't
that
have
bind
these.
us all together. After using Strand for a bit, we're hit with a wave of exhaustion, the first of many as we experiment with Strand. This gives Nimbus and Rohan time to save Osiris from a tormentor. Our
Why
job
do I
was
have to
then
keep
get
it
to
armor
the Veil
pieces like
enclosure
this?
Before Callus's forces. We made acquaintances at very least with our new Cloud Strider friends and went on our way. And on our way there, we encountered powerful suppressor technology, which prevented us from using our powers. In
Fuck's
spite
the
of
point
that,
of
we
this?
still worked our way through a
the hell's
sizable
the point of
Cabal
this?
force, but the delay that they brought was enough for the rest of Callus's Shadow Legion to claim the Arcala complex, the Veil containment building.
Guess
They
gotta
would
get the
then need time
Overload
to break
Scout.
through it, but the first gambit had been won by Callus and his forces. It's at this
I'm
moment
doing
that something
stoppable
strange
hand
happens,
cannon.
something which may not have been entirely intentional. Our
These are
ghost
cool.
was
I fuck with
overridden by
those.
the Witness, and it seems as though we accidentally intercepted a communication between it and
Ooh,
Emperor Callus.
I'll do
During
that
this,
as well.
We overheard that Callus needed to connect something called the radial.
Hold on, I gotta read. What the hell does this do? Armor energy cost of all armor mods affecting your arc weapons are. Oh, okay. Excuse me? Okay, that's cool. I might use that. Not right now, but you know. Eventually. Alright. I'm rolling in the stompies unless there's a reason to roll in these. Oh shit. Yeah, on second thought, the Starry Scale thing is probably not even worth it. I'll be right back. Okay, the stream can finally go on uninterrupted. I'm here. I'm here. I'm back.
Mast to the Veil. The radial mast
What's going
by the way,
on?
isn't explained clearly either in the story. The only thing entirely intentional. Our ghost
There it is.
was overridden by the witness, and it seems as though we accidentally intercepted a communication between it and Emperor Callus. During this, we overheard that Callus needed to connect something called the radial mast to the Veil. The radial mast, by the way, isn't explained clearly either in the story. The only thing that
Okay,
is clear is
I'm
that
not
it's
doing this.
filled with light. We found out as much when we invaded Callus's ship, the Typhon Imperator, in an attempt to destroy
this
the
for?
radial mast. We failed in this endeavor as its shielding was too tough to crack, and we had not yet mastered Strand, the only force
Whatever.
that seemed capable of penetrating it. And we only really escaped the Emperor's ship thanks to the intervention of Empress Keitel. Having failed to destroy the radial mast and having failed to stop
Good on
Callus
this,
from
good
claiming
on
the Arcana
this.
complex, we were redirected by the Cloud Striders
Don't need-
to defend
well,
some
we're
of the
false
important
shippers.
infrastructure of Neomuna, namely the Cloud Arc. The Cloud Arc is talked about a lot, and it's somehow explained just a little bit better than the other elements of the story. It's a kind of digital second space, one where you can virtually exist alongside the other citizens of
Yeah, I don't really
Neomuna.
care about
A
niche
sort of
builds
secondary
anymore in this
reality,
game.
something that you would experience if you were looking at augmented reality, something that you could fully immerse yourself in. However, this is something which all
Might
the
get
citizens
some of
Neomuna were
these.
plugged into, given the state of
Hold
war
on,
in the
everyone
city.
shut up, everyone
And
shut
should
up,
the
everyone
Cloud
shut
Arc
up.
fall, it would
Godwin,
That's it. Thank you.
I'm prepared so we get victorious.
Lucky. All right.
kill any citizen connected to it, and therefore it was worth protecting. In the process of protecting it, we also learned a little bit more about the nature of Strand. Following on from this, that mastery of Strand took a center stage in the story, and Osiris and Nimbus helped us to master the first few elements of Strand that we could truly control, our first aspect. We made some significant progress, but we wouldn't reach the point at which we weren't suffering the effects of exhaustion, and that would be rather critical. After this, we would be forced into another confrontation with the Shadow Legion as the radial mast was being moved to the site of the Veil. We would need to destroy the radial mast to prevent a link from being established.
Oh, it's like
and
a-
to stop the witness.
Okay, that's cute.
Ultimately, despite working our way through some of Callus's most
They
powerful
served you
forces,
well.
we failed. Succumbing to the same exhaustion as we had before, we
This
lost
is
a critical
mad
moment
cool.
to destroy the radial mast.
Get
And with our
3
failure, Rohan
random
was forced to
exotics.
give his own life in order to stop Callus. After
Random,
Rohan's death, we
you know,
realized that we would need to properly master Strand to defeat Callus.
dedicated
So we went
exotics.
and trained more until we mastered it properly.
can I do?
After learning to truly embrace the power of Strand,
the fuck is this?
instead
What
of
the
simply
fuck is this?
controlling it,
Oh, it's for the dungeon. I bet. Thank you. Last wish, bro.
Care of yourself, okay?
which was the cause of our exhaustion, we were thrown rapidly into our final confrontation with the Emperor.
I wonder if
Callus was moving to capture
guy
the Veil
has- he
directly,
doesn't,
as the
right?
witness had run out of patience. After briefly recapturing the outer defenses of the Veil, and even repelling some of Callus's forces, we were driven back, and had to flee deep into the complex itself to find the Veil before Callus did. Empress Keitel bought us what time she could, but even she wasn't enough to stop her father. Beneath us, we would find an ancient relic of darkness within the Veil containment. Something which was odd because, as Ghost noted, it was far less ominous than what we had initially suspected. This, however, was nothing that would stop
Old
Callus
war
from
quote?
confronting
Okay.
us,
Oh,
and we would eventually
classic
defeat
war
him
quote.
here under the Veil itself. Upon clearing
Making
the
a
room
build just
and
for that.
reuniting with our allies, including Nimbus and Keitel, our ghost was possessed. And even as Osiris warned us to get our ghost out of there, the witness took control of it.
What do I
A thing
got?
of light seemingly was close
Void
enough to the
weapon,
Veil, a thing of darkness.
grenade launcher,
and a
pulse
massive burst of
rifles,
energy
hand
was released
cannons.
from the Veil. We did not have the nerve
Do I have
to
pulse
shoot
rifle or
our
scout
ghost
for
in time to
this?
stop this. A massive burst of energy connected with the Traveler, and the energy burst would then allow the Witness to access it fully. We don't know exactly what happened, but we do know that the Witness created a portal and that it took its fleet and itself through that portal. From here, it seems pretty clear that we lost, but the stakes weren't very well explained. The Traveler still hangs in the sky, and Guardians can still use the light. Something isn't quite right, but by that same token, things continue turning. The whole story of Lightfall is confusing, and it gets a lot of questions out there, but really doesn't answer many of them. You've heard it all before, you don't need me to go over it here. I was one of the first people that said this and gave feedback. Regardless, it's one of those moments at which this is your recap, that's where the story is, and if you want to understand some more things about, well, the Veil in particular, I would ask you to check my more contemporary content, especially if you're in a future season. And the reason for that is because, with Season of the Deep, we have a quest that more thoroughly explains the Veil. We'll see more about that, and finally, we may get some answers for it. But for the moment, at this recap, we don't know much. Of course, Lightfall's story continued in the post-campaign
Outlaw Harmony?
content,
Is this a
and
thing?
a bunch of stuff happened. Thanks to the post-campaign exotic
Do I
quests,
care?
we learned more about the Veil and how the Heart of the Black Garden was actually a
Probably
failed
just want to
copy of
spare
it.
rations.
We learned about the nature of Strand. We fought off the Vex in Neomuna, and we found a strange series of whispers throughout the city. It turns out that these whispers belonged to Nezarec, who had been awakened on the pyramid ship of the Witness thanks to the Traveler's assault. something had pierced the grave-like
Transfer some
containment
shit out
unit
of my
that
vault.
held
Oh,
the
you know what? I'm
remains
gonna keep
of
my
Nezarec,
vault very,
and his
very
body
much
had begun
packed.
to regrow.
See what's good.
We were then directed to invade the pyramid ship, partly by Guardian orders, I'm assuming, and partly because Nezarec invited us with his whispers practically. He even says as much when we land on board the ship. This is the basis for the Root of Nightmares raid, and it gave us an opportunity to grow the thing that the Traveler had planted in the pyramid ship of the Witness, a tree of silver wings. As we grew the tree, we also regrew Nezarec's body. It seems as though Nezarec was feeding off of the energy that the tree was radiating, given that one of its roots had pierced his chamber. When eventually we faced the final god of pain, he was fully regrown, having given himself new limbs and a whole new lease on life, having drunk in both darkness and light. We did defeat him, but the lore and Nezarec's final words make it somewhat clear that his influence
have
is very
disparity?
far-reaching, and that we shouldn't expect this to be the last we hear of him. Most consequentially, of all, for our purposes of leading on to the next season though, there is the story of the Cloudstriders and their greatest secret. As it turns out, they
I
were
do.
hiding something at the
I
heart
don't
of
need a
Cloud
disparity
Ark.
inside my
By
vault.
reconstructing their broken monuments, we began to learn that they were hiding something deep in the network architecture of the Cloud Ark. As we dug further, we learned that this hidden thing was based on Vex code, and that the Vex of Nyamuna were
I'll
trying
fuck
to
with this for
rescue
my
it from
Titan.
the Cloud
Oh,
Ark,
I don't
hence their
care.
increased aggression. It turns out that this thing was an AI program
leave it, though.
created by the Ishtar Collective.
Because I might just keep like a raid build for
Some of
each.
you may remember that Soteria is the AI found in the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. She is also known as the Orgamind, an AI based partly on Vex code that has a degree of clairvoyance and clarity that allows her to accurately predict the future. She was saved from the Vex that were trying to extract her from the Cloud Ark, and she thanked us. She also warned us that there was an enemy of the Witness on Titan and that they had critical intelligence. This is clearly what would lead
I'm
us
gonna
to
go through
the
this
season
one
finale,
day. I'm gonna do
where
it
we would
one
be going
day.
to Titan after hearing the communications
Any
from
armors
Deputy
that stand
Commander
out?
Sloan.
It's like
What
potentially
we'll find
whack
in the
as
Season
fuck.
of the Deep is at this exact moment of recording still unknown. Speaking of seasons though, what happened in the Season of Defiance?
Alright.
Well, the season started off with the aftermath of the Witness's invasion. The Witness and the Shadow Legion were kidnapping
Let's finally
people
get
and
into the
taking
good
them
stuff.
to massive prison complexes set up across Earth, from the Cosmodrome to the European Dead Zone. Our mission was simple: free the people who had been captured.
Step on up.
We did this with the
Take a
assistance of
look.
Marasov, who would open gateways into the Ascendant Realm for us, allowing us to bypass the Pyramid prison defenses. We would be joined in this endeavor by a variety of coalition forces, from the Elixni, Reef, Guardian Orders, and forces of the city. These various warriors who joined forces with us would come to be anointed as Mara's Queen's Guard. In particular, these figures would include ourselves, Amanda Holiday, Devrim Kay, the Crow, and Mithrax of the House of Light. As time went on, we would continue to liberate people from various pyramid facilities, and even to fight the Shadow Legion in space as they moved their operations to an orbiting command vessel.
Okay, I remember this mission. I
At a
did this
certain
first
point in
mission.
time, we found an opportunity to liberate more people from the Shadow Legion, and as our mission in the EDZ commenced, we were contacted by Aramis, who warned us that the facility was a trap laid specifically for us. Not trusting Aramis, we charged on ahead, with ourselves, Amanda Holiday, and Mithrax making short work of the enemy and working to free the prisoners. However, as it turned out, Aramis was correct about this particular facility's function. Amanda Holiday bought time to allow the prisoners and Mithrax to escape, but ultimately had to give her own life in the process. Mithrax too nearly perished, but was saved by Aramis, calling into question her loyalties to the Witness, and giving us an interesting future story where we might potentially see the Kell of the House of Darkness switch sides, and might be the prisoners. However,
How
as it
did
turned
Amanda
out,
die, though?
Aramis was correct about this particular facility's function. Amanda Holiday bought time to allow the prisoners and Mithrax to escape, but ultimately had to give her own life in the process. Mithrax too nearly perished, but was saved by Aramis, calling into question her loyalties to the Witness, and giving us an interesting future story where we might potentially see the Kell of the House of Darkness switch sides. Everyone would be changed by the passing of Amanda Holiday, from Zavala to Crow to Mara to Mithrax. Eventually, Crow would plan a retaliatory strike, and we would take out the Shadow Legion command ship over Earth in retribution, scuttling a large portion of their fleet. However, Zavala
What do you mean,
would
a
march
large
Mara to
portion?
Mithrax. Eventually, Crow would plan a retaliatory strike, and we would take out the Shadow Legion command ship over Earth in retribution, scuttling a large portion of their fleet. However,
How, if it's
Zavala
just a
would
single
still lament
ship?
the loss of his close friend, and would curse the Traveler's name for being silent as always, in a time of great need. The last bit of story from the Season of Defiance revolves around Ashamir. We saw him throughout the Vex network, and in particular we saw him in the Avalon mission. Avalon was the Vex node that Ashamir had been trapped within, and the Vex were hunting him in an attempt to purge him from their network. Asher originally went into the Vex network in order to research the Veil and the Pyramid Fleet and potentially a solution to stopping the Witness. His research bore some fruit, which he would allow us to uncover as we further investigated the secrets of the network. In order to help do this, he would give us a powerful weapon created of the Vex network. We would call it the Vexcalibur, and Mithrax was
Oh, the
determined after this not
Vexcalibur.
only to recover the data that Ashamir had so painstakingly sifted through, manually working through millions of simulations
That's
to
cool. I want to get
collect,
that.
but also to save Ashamir himself. However, later on it would become clear that Asher thought that the situation ahead of us, facing off against the Witness, was hopeless, and at the same time was discovered and overwhelmed and consumed by the Vex network. And so that is everything that happened in the Season of Defiance and Lightfall. A brief recap, but hopefully it's gotten you all up to speed and ready for future seasonal content. If you enjoyed the video or you found it useful, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want more Destiny lore content, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell next to subscribe to turn on those email notifications. Of course, if you have any thoughts of your own, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. What do you think is going to happen in the Season of the Deep?
Bye,
I mean,
thanks.
it's obvious what's
Appreciate you. I'll give you a like. What's going on in this mission? Bonus to Strand, bonus to Void, bonus to Arc. Arc and Solar Shields. So I'm gonna fuck with this. Probably want to use a different weapon there. Don't have as my go-to. Oh, I got the Chroma Rush. Hold the fucking phone. Wait, what? Where's my Rampage one? Is this the one that I have all the kills on? Yeah. I gotta get the other one to this level. Oh, it's not upgraded. I'll fuck with this one. As soon as I get another primary, though, I'll switch to this. Okay, so I got kinetic. I got some solar. Got some. Damn, this is kind of whack. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Oh, this is solar. Hold on. I need to get an arc. Alright, because I don't. Oh, wait, hold on. Arc grenade launcher. Arc grenade launcher. Get that shit out the way. Where is this thing? Oh, it goes downward. Okay. Do I not have an arc grenade launcher? What? Bro. I know there's got to be one in here. Oh. Grand Overture. There it is. Solar arc. Connecticut. And then I got Void. Alright, cool. We're good. All I need is like a strand weapon here. Like a primary strand weapon, and then I have everything. Right? 4. Stasis. I'm missing stasis.
She said she wanted to express herself, so I gave her a thumbs up.
Huh. What do I feel like I'm missing something here? It's a 1600. What level is this? Don't matter. It's a fucking seasonal activity. Do the thing, go to the helm, do the other thing. Go to the helm, do it again. It's basically what the activities amount to. Oh, which means if this is the seasonal activity, I don't have to give a fuck about this until like there are only a couple of lines throughout this, and then at the end.
what's going on from the Soteria mission, but you reckon
In season 20,
Talk to me.
for power were
Talk to
1800
me,
for the
Dado.
power gap.
Oh no, wait, hold on. This is not the Yeah. Gotta hit
Back
the
to a
state of the
completely
game.
different computer, where in typical Dado fashion, I left my house, and then Bungie was like, "Hey, what if we did like a really cool thing, and we dropped like a big article on the state of the game? That'd be great, right? Or like we dropped another exotic mission or something. That'd be sick." So today, Bungie dropped a state of the game. Joe Blackburn, game director
Check.
of Destiny 2, dropped
Check.
a 6,000 something word state of the game, and I will tell you 2 things up front. Number
Check.
1, really keep in mind that we have a showcase big reveal stream event on August 22nd. And number 2, I have read through this already, and I will say that I was whelmed to slightly underwhelmed. To put it into a stock market phrase, priced in. This is priced in my opinion. But we're gonna go over it. We're gonna go over the whole thing. Don't have a script in front of me. Didn't have time. Literally, as soon as we're done recording this and I upload it, I'm going to GCX. So we're gonna just react to.
Oh shit, there's a cutscene. Where's my ship? I forget I'm on the Black Fleet looking thing. Okay. Might be some heat.
I'm good. I hope it does because that's all I can do. Anyway, first few paragraphs are just kind of like, hey, my name's Joe. Nice to meet you. What's going on? I like Destiny. And so we're just gonna kind of cut to the chase here. Resin feedback. That's part 1. Ritual updates. Let's go. heard plenty of feedback from players that the core ritual playlist should feel more consistently rewarding play, and those rewards should drop more frequently, regardless of the activities you like to play. We agree. So, the big thing here is that in Season 22, Bungie is changing it so that instead of doing 3 activities per character, or like a total of 9, you do 1 Vanguard, 1 Crucible, 1 Gambit, do that across 1 character, times 3 characters, that's 9 rewards. You'll be able to now do those 9 challenges in any playlist that you want, which for a lot of you,
Oh, that's great.
each channel, I'm going to assume, will mean 9 Vanguard rewards per week if you do all 3 characters. Very interested to see this. I was not expecting this at all. I kind of thought, Vanguard Crucible Gambit was a way to get everybody engaged in all parts of the game, but looks like they're changing that, which a lot of PvE lords are going to be quite happy about, and PvP lords might also be quite happy about. Okay, you get to choose your own adventure there. I think, right, with the microphone, I think good.
It's not a bad update.
Lower engagement in certain activities, but okay.
What, Gambit?
Still make people pretty happy. Loading up ritual vendors with fresh weapons, including a stasis of machine guns for Crucible, solar sniper for strikes, and void machine gun Gambit. Void machine gun.
Forgot I have to hold it.
Machine gun that isn't from an endgame activity for a little while now. Because you got commemoration, you got correct measure from VOG, and the retrofit was from older seasons, so it's not really not acquirable anymore. So a new void machine gun is great. You got a strand grenade launcher for trials, bring back some fan favorites like Gamer. They're revamping Warden's Law, which is I think it's turning into like a 2 burst now. We didn't talk about that in the video. But yeah, I think they're like turning it into like a 2 burst. So yeah. Also,
Hey.
frequency of ritual engrams after completing ritual activities. They're making the latest ritual loot pool weapons focusable at their respective vendors at the start of the season, as opposed to having to wait 3 months and then you can do it. So like you gambit to your heart's content on burning your engrams and your currency and burning the thing immediately.
Oh!
As opposed to having to grind for it 1 season and then you can start buying. Cool. Get that. That's good. PvP. We've delivered several additions to PvP over the past few seasons. These include the launch of competitive division, multiple new game modes, revamped of trials, new competitive trials awards, hard team matchmaking improvements, new repairs, we know hardcore PvPers want more maps, fewer cheaters, and an ever-evolving meta that feels good, emphasis on good, to compete in. Most frequent feedback we see is that there's just not enough new PvP content, specifically new maps. Now this section here is basically Bungie saying, look, we can make new maps, we get it, but that's going to take away from other content, like your story mission, or the Dodge mission. Kind of making it seem like Bungie doesn't have a specific...
Bro, your story mission
to building.
doesn't have any new shit in it anyway.
I'm surprised if that is indeed true, given how many maps we've got in the game. But it's kind of like you want one thing, you have to kind of take away from another thing, which I kind of get. And the game is definitely, a little more PvE driven than it is PvP. So I kind of understand. We are getting a new map in Season 22. It is this. Destiny, kind of like Season 14 kind of vibes, Avalon vibes, which is pretty cool. I think a lot of people were hoping for this type of aesthetic to show up in a PvP map at some point. It's called Multiplex. So that's cool. But I understand, like, oh, you know, this new PvP map. Like the last time we made a PvP map, like people didn't even like it. So like, what if we spend all this time on a PvP map and like a lot of people don't like it, and then it just kind of feels like a waste. And to me, like my issue is like I don't care specifically about new maps. To me, it doesn't matter how many new maps you give me. If PvP itself is not.
Ah, I fucked up.
Like if you're miserable, being miserable somewhere else doesn't change the fact that you're still miserable. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather have like new modes or sandbox improvements and stuff like that to kind of sink my teeth into versus like a new.
Is this a machine gun and not a fucking grenade launcher? Oh, wow.
That's always been my philosophy. But I totally get, wanting new maps and kind of because a new map to a PvPer might be like a new GM experience to me. It's like a new thing, new puzzle to figure out. So I totally get that.
Cool. I'll be okay.
We have some exciting PvP content are coming this month that several teams have brought to life. We'll update review.
Oh, it looks like shite.
Map debuting with a Relic 66 mode, gunplay focused checkmate modifier for multiple modes, new Ascendant Vision emblem, and more. I think we'll talk about this in a moment. But yeah, we'll move on. Oh, we'll talk about it right now. Checkmate. So I'm gonna read this verbatim, just so I don't miss anything. Checkmate is a modifier where rich primary weapon fights can happen more often, and gun skill can be augmented by communication and strong positioning. Primary weapon damage has been tuned to feel different than the rest of the game without being jarring, reducing the gap between the faster killing weapons and the average time to kill, and in general pushing longer range primaries into slower killing profiles. Player health has been increased, all ability cooldowns are lengthened, and special ammo
There you go.
gameplay and is not dropped on death. This all results in slightly longer combat encounters that reward skill and consistency. It'll be available from week 5 to 10. First 2 weeks are control. Switch it up to survival. Last 2 weeks are rumble. I get that they need data for like all the different modes, and maybe like like rumble 1v1 data. That's also kind of important. But like, there's actually people still playing rumble in the game, and they're not just being paid for rewards. That's crazy to me. Okay. Yeah, I am interested to see what a slower game kind of looks like. I feel like one of the most requested modes in the history of Destiny is like no abilities, no super, just guns. And this isn't exactly that, but it seems like it's closer. You got slower time to kills. You're gonna have less ability spam. I'm kind of interested. I'm interested to see what that looks like. This is kind of the closest thing that we've gotten to that very requested no supers, no abilities, let's just shoot each other. Like literally rip everything that makes Destiny out of Destiny for like one mode. And, like,
Wow, got his ass.
I'm more interested in Relic. 6v6 party mode, where you can fight with relic weapons, like the Aegis from Fall of Glass, the Spear from Season of the Risen, and most recently Battleground from GM, and the Scythe from Season of the Haunted. So you kill opponents with your normal loadout, and then you take all this energy, and you dump it into a vending machine, and the vending machine spits out a relic. And then you use that relic to get points. Or you kill other people with relics to also get points. This is, yeah, much more lighthearted. It's stuff that's like no stakes. It's arcadey type gameplay in a game that's already pretty arcadey.
Fuck.
It's part of the reason why I love
You need a hand cannon.
so much is like there's no stakes. Like everyone's the same. Everyone's just like jumping around like a bunch of morons, launching themselves into the air, trying to hit dumb shots, crazy shots, whatever. And it's just fun. And that's kind of the experience that I'm looking for in PvP more often nowadays. This doesn't seem like it'll be
I've yet to use a fucking grenade.
depends on like how much relic spam can be out there. Like if a relic just turns you into like a raid boss and it's like 1v6 situation, that could be interesting. But it also could be interesting if like you get 2 kills and now you have a relic and just everyone's just crazily fighting with all these relics and stuff. That could be pretty interesting too. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing how these new modes work out.
No, don't kill me.
Modes than I am the maps, 100%. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. This will be around week 1 to week 4, and then again week 11 until the end of the season. So we'll have relic, and we'll checkmate, and then relic.
That's a sidearm.
The next few sections are sorry. There are a couple sections coming up about like security and game cheater updates and game stability and all that kind of stuff. We're mostly going to be glossing over those for reasons I'll talk about.
What? How'd I hit you?
Matchmaking is like another one of those things where I'm just kind of like I'm too far away from like the matchmaking knowledge.
I need a hand cannon.
You know,
Hold on.
I'm not like super enthusiastic about matchmaking. I would go to someone else for that kind of information. But for the people who are a little more in tune, we're modifying our loose skill-based matchmaking settings to roll in our banner. These new settings will improve matchmaking time.
Gotta be kidding me.
Matchmaking time experiences for people on the upper and lower ends of the skill band and those playing in low top regions and times.
Finally, heavy.
They're always trying to make that better. I feel like we see this basically every year. It's like we're trying to make it better. We're trying. It's like okay, keep trying. I have no agency. You have all the information. I can't do it. They're adding loose fire team matchmaking to Crucible rotators, including labs to ensure players are being matched. Okay. I do like freelance node, but as long as I'm still getting the freelance experience in a normal like matchmaking scenario, I'm cool with however they're doing that. And my experience using the freelance node has been overwhelmingly good in terms of like, or sorry, not the freelance node, the just like loading into something that has fire stuff. It's been pretty good. So yeah, let's move on.
Cool.
New Iron Banner mode for season 23, along with a new aggressive range strand pulse for a competitive division 1 reward. We're focusing our map reprisal efforts on porting over the Citadel from 2018. Okay, pretty cool. I like Citadel. I like it. Okay, move on. Vanguard. The Vanguard playlists are in a solid spot with health populations. Surprise, surprise. And we have a few more additions coming up. First up, Vanguard medals. Vanguard medals will be available in Vanguard Nightfalls starting in season 22. After first being introduced in last year's Guardian games and in Destiny 1, their continued success in this year's event, we decided to bring them full time to spice things up in our Vanguard playlist. Yeah. Yes.
Vanguard medals.
Scoring, allowing players to attain higher scores and reputation modifiers by performing unique actions and doing cool things. Our goal here is to reward players for playing well and not require players to go out of their way to grind for score. Yes. We don't want you to feel like you have to compromise on your build in order to boost your score with additional medals. It's worth noting that some medals will remain in Guardian games and not be available in our Vanguard playlist, so don't expect finishers to grant you a medal in Nightfalls. Yeah. That was my one gripe about Guardian Games strike scoring, is the whole, like, you have to, if you want to maximize your score, you have to wave, and you have to finisher basically every enemy that isn't a red bar enemy. And to me, that brings the experience to a screeching halt. Screeching halt. To me, it is so unsatisfying to do those things. I don't think it's any sort of indicator of skill at all. I'd much rather focus on, like, getting streaks and, like, jack of all trades and, you know, those kinds of things versus, like, wait, hang on, don't kill it, don't kill it. Oh my god, you killed it. That's like 1,000 points right there. Like, I just want to be able to kill things as fast as I can, as skillfully as I can. Not, okay, bring him down like 10% HP. Okay, you're gonna wave? You're gonna wave? Okay. No, you get that one and I'll go wave at this one. Lame. If this is gone from just Vanguard strike scoring, whatever, this is even better. And my feedback to Bungie is get rid of the wave finisher stuff. Or save it for like champions only, something like that. I don't want to finish every one. Sorry, that was total derail. New medals specific to Vanguard players when they launch. Cool, okay, fine. We've also recently focused more of our team's effort into more varied and frequent seasonal activities such as battlegrounds that can make their way into Vanguard playlists alongside our strikes and eventually serve as new additions to Nightfall and Grandmaster playlists. This can come at the cost of other content in a given year. We feel this exchange has been worth the extra investment for the overall health of our playlist. As a result, we'll have additional battlegrounds coming to Nightfall and GM Nightfall rotations for seasons 22 and 23 to keep players on their toes.
How?
Releases. To me, throwing battlegrounds into the GM playlist and rotators has been an overwhelming success.
Yep.
I have seen so much feedback that's like, no, they're not designed for this. They don't work. Like, spoilers, they work. They work really well, in my opinion. I think they work fantastically. So I would want to know, like, why people don't like these things, like obviously, you know, having a full strike experience or a new strike experience would be preferred. I'll give you that. But to me, Battlegrounds have been overwhelmingly successful in the playlist, and I think if the only complaint is they're too hard, I can't beat them in 8 minutes to farm exotics or something like that. If that's the feedback, then like spare me. But if there's other feedback, I would like to have that conversation. Like, why don't you like these experiences in the playlist? Because they don't play like strikes for the most part. They play like them. And to me, you know, when this system first came out, it was fun getting a new strike. It was like like I mentioned earlier, it's like a new puzzle to solve. Where are the enemies going to be showing up? How can we maximize our strategies to make this as efficient as we possibly can? And having these come in when we've had like multiple seasons of just like, you know, Bungie doesn't change around the spawns or anything like that. They don't really change things up. So when like something new comes along to me, I'm like, ooh, how's this gonna play? What's going on? And in a game where we've just been power creeping, to have something like Psyops Battleground actually take more than a couple of attempts to have a success, like to me,
Okay.
that in and of itself is a massive success. So I'm personally very glad to see this. I hope a decent amount of higher end players are also enthusiastic about this. But again, if your feedback is something other than it's too hard, I can't do it, then I would be interested in having a conversation. Gambit. Okay. We've been quiet on Gambit since last year's overhaul that launched.
Good. They know where to go because I have no clue.
Significant changes across 5 categories. Unfortunately, these updates did not move the needle for player engagement. We know Gambit fans mostly care about new returning maps as an area of the game with lower engagement that would take away resources from more popular parts of the game to shore up. So same thing with the PvP maps, right? They're like, look, we could make it a Gambit map, or maybe a new exotic mission. I get it. We don't have plans to dedicate more resources to significantly transform Gambit. We do have some updates planned for Final Shape, including porting Cathedral of Scars.
There you go.
As well as adding Shadow Legion and Lucent Hive enemy types to Gambit. So yeah, nothing there really going to move the needle either, in my opinion. I think it's just kind of like, it's still like the Invader experience to me. Like there's nothing, for me, there's nothing fun about like getting invaded and then getting like 2-shot by a Xenophage cross map or just like rocketed out of nowhere. And then as the Invader, I am not satisfied with trying to Xenophage other people down or just rocket them cross map. But then also, if I don't use those things, that's what's going to happen to me as the Invader. So that's kind of why I just have not really had a huge interest in Gambit. I think, you know, a lot of these things, like, they've tried. They've done all these revamps. They've tried multiple things. They've tried. And I think a good amount of it is kind of still sandbox related to a degree. I'm still a little iffy on the whole, like, let's give everybody power ammo. Is that a good idea? But yeah, not too surprising there. And if anything, yeah, Gambit is going to be even more optional going forward with this whole engram change that we mentioned, where you can just do like do 9 Vanguard things across your 3 characters instead of 1-on-1. So it wouldn't surprise me if the competition went down even more because you don't have people forced into those playlists to get their rewards anymore. And they're even reducing the number of Gambit-specific seasonal challenges in Season 22. I usually waited until the end of the season to just do it all in one shot as opposed to going back over and over. But it sounds like the way that they're framing it, you won't need to even complete many or any of them to get that big Bright Dust thing at the end, which I haven't done in multiple seasons now. Usually I like to do it because it's a nice chunk of Bright Dust, but lately I haven't even been bothering. So I think I am interested to see this Void Machine Gun, because if the Void Machine Gun can get good rolls, that's going to be a very great avenue to a lot of players getting a good Void Machine Gun if they can't do Deep Crypt or they can't do Vault Class or whatever. So if the Void Machine Gun's good, then I'll see you in Gambit, but if it's not, Gambit's probably not going to be too popular. Armor set rewards. This has been a very popular thing on Reddit recently. Players have pointed out that we didn't release a new armor set for the Ritual playlist. Vanguard Crucible Gambit with Lightfall as previously called out in our yearly release schedule. Delivering Ritual armor sets at the rates we have in past is becoming increasingly challenging, especially considering these sets have historically had very low adoption by players as both base armor and cosmetic ornament. That was my big thing when reading a lot of this feedback on Reddit from people. It's like, yes, I agree. Bungie didn't make a new armor set for those playlists this year. They said they would, and they didn't. But do you remember what the armor sets looked like? Because the previous like 3 years, I think they all look the same. I could be wrong because I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'm pretty sure they all look really similar to each other. Like maybe the decals are
no sustenance. Like, I do have incandescent on one. Alright, hold on.
And do people care that much? Is it just like the principle? I understand it's like it's the principle of, you know, like you didn't give us the armor set. But like for me, I was like, I wasn't gonna use that, right? And I think a lot of other people are like, I'm not gonna use it. They are gonna address that. They're gonna have a new armor set for Fun Shape, but I'm hoping that it's like different than the previous ones. Otherwise, I'm still probably not gonna use that. We're already at 25 minutes. I'm gonna speed things up here. New armor set for Trials. Here's a little preview for Titan. I'm blowing me away.
Give me the damn thing.
Next 2 sections: game security and stability updates. Both of these sections are literally Bungie just being like, hey, we're working on it. We're doing what we can. We're keeping on the cheater situation, and we're trying to keep making the game more stable. We're doing it, and I'm just kind of like,
got it.
I hope it works out. I hope we figure out all the problems, and that the game gets more stable, and that there's fewer cheaters. This, again, dating back to my game engine video where I got mad at a bunch of people.
Ah,
fuck. Something that you have no agency in other than reporting cheaters. That's it. That's all you can really do. I highly suggest using the form on Bungie's website to do it. I know I've definitely gotten cheaters banned using that form. Bungie reads it. Use that form. Literally just Google search like report form Bungie Destiny. You'll find it. Use that form. Keep reporting people in game. But yeah, this is something that I have no agency in this. I hope it works out. Cool. Game stability. I hope things get better. Awesome. I know things have gotten more stable since the worst of it earlier in the season, but I can't help with like engineering. I'm just some guy. We're gonna move on. Seasonal structure. They spoke about how
Give me my damn grenade.
with the seasons a little too consistent, which is good and bad. And they mentioned this back in season 19. They were like, look, season 20 it's like basically it's like done. Season 21 it's like basically done. Season 22 that's where we can start to incorporate some spice. But season 23 is like that's where I fully expect the brunt of that feedback to really hit if it's gonna hit. Season 22 if it's not as as crazy of a thing. So I'm like, okay, testing the waters. Season 23 that's where I'm like, all right, what do you got? Preview of what's to come. We got some quality of life updates. Again, remember
These motherfuckers are strong.
they're not gonna be
Jesus.
spoiling too many big things, but we got some good stuff here. Cosmetic favoring. Pin 100 of your favorite shaders, ornaments, and emotes to the top of the list starting in season 22. Love it. Stasis aspects and fragments move to the vendor system starting in season 22. Boom. You just have this. You buy it with Glimmer. You're done. This has been one of the most talked about things regarding stasis that I've ever seen. You're just gonna be able to buy things now. Halt all your grinding. Just wait until season 22. They are finally addressing this. I don't know why it took so long, but
Oh, for stasis.
to the top
Yes,
of the
thank
list starting in
goodness.
season 22. Love it. Stasis aspects and fragments move to the vendor system starting in season 22. Boom. You just have this. You buy it with Glimmer. You're done. This has been one of the most talked about things regarding stasis that I've ever seen. You're just gonna be able to buy things now. Halt all your grinding. Just wait until season 22. They are finally addressing this. I don't know why it took so long, but thank you. Thank you, thank you. Transmats will now become unlocked. This is like 3
What?
years late. Don't know where this was, but I'll take it. Love that. Wish Ender, they're smoothing out that whole experience. If you have a bunch of those currencies from the
What?
quest stuck in your quest tab, they're gonna fix it.
Oh, I see
Resources
his
tab and
back.
applications. We now have a resources tab which shows you all the currencies, upgrade materials, and engrams in the game categorized with information on how to get it as well as what to do with it once you have it. This is gonna be a nice resource for newer players, experienced players, maybe people who've come back after a long break to just be like, what does all this stuff do? What do I do with these things? Nice little, in-game codex of like what these things do. Iron Banner challenges split. With Pinnacle rewards not being as much of a draw as they were season over season, time to split the Pinnacle and reputation modifiers we added back in season onto. Iron Banner will have 2 stacking challenges each day in season 22. One for players who just want their reputation multiplier, which does not require specific seasonal subclasses, and one for players who are going after Pinnacle rewards, which does require the seasonal subclasses. Love that. Absolutely love that. Not gonna have a situation where you gotta go against whatever flavor of the month seasonal artifact stuff is. 66. I'm into it. Ritual rank ups immediately. I've taken this to read no more. So like you'd rank up and then you have to go to the tower to get your rewards from the vendors. This is making it seem like as soon as you hit those tiers, you just get the item instead of picking it up. I could be wrong in this interpretation, like don't take that as fact just yet, but that's kind of what I'm assuming this is, which off the top of my head, I'm kind of like, okay, I think that's okay. I'm sure someone's gonna hit me with like a well actually, like, oh, I didn't have room, I
One.
some materials or something like that. Which by the way, there's a whole thing about, I think we'll cover that when I do a different reaction video, but
Then run out of
so
shit.
you can't store those upper tier materials in Postmaster anymore, but you're going to be able to hold more on your character, which we'll get into that later. Like you instead of 10 ascendant charge, you'll be able to hold 30, but you can't hold them in Postmaster anymore. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, let's just move on for now. New strand aspects coming in season 22. We just have the names, which neat, but we don't know what to do yet, so I'll hold judgment on that. Exotic armor reworks. This is something I figured that Bungie was always doing. Like, hey, we're buffing more stuff. Like, great.
Yeah, I got nothing left.
And we'll talk about what they're buffing sometime next week. The new weapon subfamily's coming with Final Shape. Interested to see what they end up doing to kind of shake that up. Weapon tuning preview. I'm not gonna gloss over this. This is more PvP, like a lot of jargon in here with weapon damage, fall off, precision modifier, cone angle scalar type talk.
Can't do anything but try and get ammo, I guess.
Talk about this more, but they're trying to do some changes to weapon balancing in the Crucible to maybe, I guess, kind of give certain weapons more of an identity as they are.
Man, I have no ammo, bro.
Decreasing damage fall off from range, which is a phrase that is going to go over many people's heads and mostly my own as well. So I'm going to let the PvP nerds, if you want to take on that, go talk to the PvP nerds out there and kind of get their takes on that. So, small list of exotic and special weapons with the intention of keeping them where they are in the live game as opposed to allowing them to have big buffs or nerfs with these big changes that are listed up here, like damage fall off ranges and kind of stuff like that. And it seems like they're going to have an article for that as well sometime in the near future.
The go-to.
Other things to look forward to in season 22. We talked about hand cannons in the exotics good, legendaries bad video. Increased reload speeds and big damage buffs against majors. Minors is good buff, but against majors, massive buff. I think they said it was like 65 something % is big. Sword full power heavy types will be usable with any non-zero amount of sword energy, and sword guard is being buffed in several areas. Okay. Touch of Malice. Very interested to see what they're going to do to Touch of Malice to buff it up, because right now It is. You know, it is. And perks such as Bipod, Envious Assassin, Over Under are going to become much more useful in Season 22. Watch for the full breakdown later this month.
All right, what's going on?
This is gonna...
That's it? Oh, commendations. There it is. Does this matter? Who is best dressed? Actually, I should give it to myself. Best dressed is here.
To be pretty much exclusively news, because, you know, I don't have that much to talk about, really. Reinforcing our goals for the year. So, 6 months ago, they laid out 4 goals for Destiny 2 over the year. Expand players' imaginations, bring challenge back to Destiny, enrich our content, and connect our guardians. Let's catch up on the points real quick. Expand players' imaginations. Where did I want to start here? With Season of the Deep, we replaced the typical vendor upgrade module and introduced the new Deep Dives activity and pressure trials, which represent fresh experiments for Destiny 2 that we believe are worth the investment. While there's always room for us to revise and improve, the community's response has reinforced that we're on the right track with norm-breaking efforts like this, and we'll be rolling out something very new and different in Season 23. I think Deep Dive has been an overwhelming success in the game. They're experimenting with new, literally genres of games, like roguelike, in Destiny, and I think that's really cool. And I was very impressed with Deep Dive. You know, even if it's not like
hold on.
Always is, was, will be.
Indeed. Forward intel reports a Wrathborn servitor patrols the area, and it is not alone. You have 2 sites to hit. Deploy excavation equipment, defend, and extract. Deputy Commander, Guardian, divide and conquer. Bring the Drifter what he needs.
Aye, sir. Man, rip to the homie.
Most challenging thing in the game. Like, the idea there is solid, and the potential to improve upon that experience is so high. It's so high. So again, bravo. To the Deep Dive team out there, like the team, whoever, you know, worked on that whole concept, love it. It's a great idea. I would love to see more. It's been
Oh wait, I'm about to speak to the thing. Hold on. It's good. What do you want me to do? Enhance kinetic or precision. I'm gonna do kinetic. Whoops, that was a 97 roll. Should have infused that. It did anything? Man, as much as I would like to just enhance this with it, I need to do this. Oh, that was a 98. Whoops. I mean, I have 1800s. What the hell do I care? Okay.
And I am interested to see what comes out of this for Season 23. It's very encouraging. Our next season will be heading into creative territories we've never explored before. We're changing some things up in a big way, including the seasonal progression paradigm with an all-new mechanic. All be revealed on the 22nd. Okay. Team is laser focused on ensuring the connective tissue in our storytelling between Seasons 20 and 23 and the final shape is more impactful than last year's seasons we're leading up to Lightfall. Hope you hear that. We're taking feedback to heart and loading up this year with important moments designed to capture players' imaginations and move the saga forward with each beat. Season 21, if you haven't done the story, it's got like one of the most important bits of like Destiny story, lore, anything than I feel like we've ever had. Like, it's a pretty big deal in the grand scheme of like everything. So definitely make sure you at minimum find the cutscene somewhere. If you don't want to play, find the cutscene. Final cutscene, Destiny 2, Season of the Deep. Search it. I'm sure it's out there. We've already proven this out at Season of the Deep. Blah, blah, blah. Substantial lore drops throughout the season in Neo Muna, and the implication of where our Guardians go from here after the final missions cutscene. If you don't know, Bungie has been dropping weekly Neo Muna lore bits on Neo Muna. The problem is that when you go over to Neptune and you select Neptune on the map, you don't see the icon on just like the default screen that loads up. Take your cursor and go to the bottom left, and you're probably gonna see something called Veil Containment. And in this activity is like a lot of lore. It's like a lot of stuff. And I don't think it's Season 21 specifically. It's, I think, for Lightfall owners. But you never would like ever take your cursor down that direction on the map if you didn't know like something was there. And I'm guessing a lot of people who are watching this didn't know that. So go to Neptune, load up the map, and then bottom left. You go to the bottom. Am I doing bottom left? And look down there. Veil Containment.
Yeah, I don't think I've done anything more than one of those.
Had that more out in the open somewhere. That would have been nice, but it's there, and I suggest you go listen to it, especially if you're a lore junkie out there.
There's fish in here.
We know there are some who would prefer to experience these stories during Lightfall's campaign. Once you listen to some of these lore bits, you'll also have this opinion. With those players in mind, we believe that the totality of this year's narratives will set the stage for Final Shape in ways that a single story beat never could. And the concerns to rest right now with the Final Shape and its raid will provide a climactic conclusion to the Light and Darkness saga before we look ahead to what comes next in Destiny 2. There was a lot of feedback and a lot of concern out there that Bungie was going to have Final Shape kind of end like Lightfall did on another giant question mark, and we were going to have to play another year of story stuff to get that full conclusion. And Bungie's like, hey, don't worry, that's not going to happen. Final Shape's going to end it. You will get your satisfying conclusion, hopefully satisfying conclusion. You will get it in Final Shape. Not going to be, you know, hunting down these seasons. The seasons that follow, I assume, will start the story up for the next
Let's get loud.
saga of the game, whatever the story ends up being. That's hopefully what the seasons are going to do. Maybe they even take a break from season. Maybe there is no season, season 3 months after Final Shape comes out. We don't know what's going to happen. Well, hopefully we'll find out in about 3 weeks now with the showcase. Sorry, I'm going to speed things up here because this is getting really long. Bringing challenge back to Destiny, even though we literally put Strand in the game. Although a bit uneven at the start of the year, we feel like we accomplished this goal after making additional tweaks based on general feedback at Lightfall's launch. You gained power, they made things easier, okay. Following the success of these changes, we're confirming today that we won't be raising the power level cap in Season 22. My hypothesis was either that they were, and they were using ambiguous language to not, really confirm it, or they were still thinking about it. And the feedback that I've seen, again, we'll go watch my leveling video, the feedback that I've seen has been way more positive than negative. Not feeling forced to level, people just don't like leveling, and it is certainly possible, because there's another section coming up here, that this is an experiment in Final Shape. They mentioned something about Final Shape having some potential changes. We still have plenty of activities where power is crucial. Master Raid, Dungeon Content, Nightfalls, Grandmasters, so Lost Sectors, Trial of Osiris. Artifact power is still going to be important. Okay, bringing challenge back to Destiny, I mean, dude, we've been power prepped so hard. We're like basically, if you have a halfway decent build, you can be like unkillable. You're just like murdering the crap out of aliens. I don't know if we'll ever get back to the point that I would want to see the game at in terms of challenge. But, I do appreciate some of the changes that they did make to sort of like the mid-tier content. I do like that is still a little bit engaging. But yeah, I mean, we've been power prepped so hard that like, even contest mode rating, it's -20. -50 might challenge us. That's what I'm saying. Enrich our content. So this is talking about the exotic mission rotator is finally coming to the game. We're gonna have all exotic missions except Outbreak and Whisper.
Give me that.
To the game.
Give me that.
And Presage, the Dead Man's Tale, which is gonna be craftable.
Oh, it doesn't explode.
Vox Obscura, Seraph Shield during the rotation. This is stuff that we've known is coming, and I'm just gonna like, hey, that season it's actually coming. And they've we've had back-to-back seasons with these types of exotic missions. We had Avalon, which I thought was pretty good. Whetstone exotic mission, which I thought was not too bad. So yeah, keep them coming. Love the exotic missions. But yeah, this paragraph is just like, hey, the rotator's coming. I'm like, cool. We'll see how often I actually end up playing it. Because that was one of my big concerns. Is everyone's like, where are the exotic missions? They're so good. You took them out of the game. Bring them back. So we'll see how often people are actually in that playlist now that it's actually coming. Last thing here, I think we're pretty close to the end. Yes, we're very close to the end. PvP fronts, new trial armor set. Callback in February, they were initially targeting more changes to ritual content in the final season of the year. We made the decision to push this to Final Shape as opposed to season 23. We have plans to replace some bounties with a more rewarding and engaging system tentatively called the Pathfinder. I assume work in progress screen here. Okay. making our way, doing some specific challenges and stuff to make our way to some sort of reward. Okay. Debuted on the new destination Final Shape, nailing down a plan to how to use this for other stuff too. We'll see what this ends up being. I'm not going to speculate too much right before I'm going to go.
I gotta put it all the way back over there.
Here's what it might look like. Work in progress image. Feel free to theorize however you want. Connect our Guardians. This section is basically, hey, LFG, it's finally coming, season 23.
Oh no!
We're getting close. And in the Final Shape, we're making big changes to the progression system that will help connect even more players and remove barriers, keeping friends from taking on the same content together. We'll have more info on that in the showcase. This could be some kind of a leveling thing. The optimist in me is saying, like, what if this is a situation, you know, I'm seeing removing barriers, keeping friends from taking on the same content together. I usually don't like to speculate too hard. I feel like maybe there's a low chance that's like, if this person owns the content and you join their fire team and you don't own the content, maybe you can still play the content. I'm not sure. That is purely, I'm just making that up, speculation. Who knows? This is probably related more to leveling with progression system, but we'll see what they come up with. You just have to wait for the showcase again. I'll have a full summary of the showcase, all that kind of stuff. And that is kind of the end of it. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I did already do a reaction, and I didn't have audio. But my overall take on this was, again, priced in. I'm moving this microphone, sorry. Priced in. Whelmed to slightly underwhelmed. But again, that's because literally less than 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks away, we have the big reveal. They weren't going to really spoil too many things in this article for Final Shape, or like Season 22. They weren't going to do that. They have this whole big stream plan.
God damn.
They record stuff. They got footage. They got clips. This was just more like, this felt like a check-in. Like when you go to the doctor, like, hey doc, I need a checkup. What's going on with this? How are we looking with this? That's kind of how I took this entire thing. That's why maybe some people might feel like, didn't really say that much, feeling a little underwhelmed. And I totally get that, because I feel like when you think state of the game,
Oh, I gotta fight
you
this
think,
motherfucker?
like, oh my god, this is massive. They're gonna tell us so much stuff. And they did say a lot of things, but a lot of it was just like reinforcing some things that we already knew about, or just giving us, you know, updates and stuff. And you know, that's kind of how I took it. As I was reading through, I was kind of like, yeah, okay, you know, things here and there. There was definitely some things of interest. You know, for me, strike scoring was a cool thing. I just naturally love strike scoring, so that's going to make my gameplay experience day to day much more enjoyable. I'm interested in the new Crucible modes. That's going to be pretty neat. New map. We'll see how it plays. Hopefully it plays well. I'm hoping for PvP.
I forget. I felt like that's only really good with Void Siphon thing. Void
Didn't
thingy.
really surprise me. Armor set rewards. Yeah, we talked about game security, stability updates. Only so much you can do with those. Seasonal structure. We knew about this. This is just like a, hey, it's coming. So that's kind of how I ended up taking. I got about halfway through when I was skinning it, and I was like, okay, this is just more like a general check-in than like, you know, anything like that we're having like you know, surgery on our arm or something like that. I don't know why you put the doctor stuff, but it's an easy analogy. So yeah, that's kind of how I took it. Nothing too like revolutionary. I'm waiting for the big showcase to be like, have my insane poggers reaction, red circle with an arrow point, you know, type excitement for any sort of Destiny updates. But you know, I'm way in the future at this point. Like, my interest is just so far future, and you know, exotic mission playlist. We knew that was coming. We knew that they were gonna make changes to the seasons. We knew a lot of these things already, and these were just kind of I'm talking myself in circles. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm very much.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, overall, okay.
I can guess I can see what he means by underwhelmed. I don't know, man. I feel like I heard nothing but good there, like good changes to the game. So I want to know what the fuck is wrong with the. What's the other reaction to this? Why are people so pissed off about this? I think Fallout had a quicker video. This is like 10 minutes. Yeah, cool. 10 minutes.
Hello friends, Fallout here, and I'm literally about to run out the door to get on a plane and go to Florida for GCX, formerly GuardianCon. But before I go, I wanted to do a quick summary of the recently published State of the Game D2 article that Bungie just dropped today. Read the whole thing on Twitch, but if you happened to miss it live, here's the summary. I'll try to include timestamps, so if you want to hear only about one particular part of the article, feel free to just jump along the timeline below. Okay, regarding ritual updates. In Season 22, Bungie is updating weekly ritual challenge requirements so players can complete their 9 challenges in any playlist they want. Meaning if you want to do only Vanguard strikes, you can do that. If you want to do only PvP or Gambit, you can do that too. They're also upping the frequency of ritual engram drops after completing ritual activities, and they're making the latest ritual loot pool weapons focusable at the start of the season for the first time. They quickly mentioned the fresh weapons they're bringing to the ritual vendors in Season 22, and they mentioned old fan favorites coming back like the Igneous Hammer, which is a god tier PvP weapon, by the way. On the PvP front, Bungie acknowledges that the PvP community is always hungry for more content.
What's going on over here?
Expectations. They claim that if they focus resources on building new PvP maps, that comes with a trade-off of other fun that players also like getting, like exotic mission content and so forth. Kinda hoping they could just use some of that sweet lawsuit money to maybe hire more people so that Bungie doesn't have to be spread
going
thin
on?
between one thing or the other that the community really wants, but I digress. Later this month, we will be getting a new PvP map, and hopefully it'll wash the taste of disjunction out of all of our mouths. It is a Vex Network-themed map called Multiplex, which they give us a picture of. Probably more info on that PvP map in the August 22nd showcase. Checkmate is going to be an experimental new PvP modifier, which is going to encourage more primary weapon fighting. Player health is increased, all ability cooldowns are lengthened, and special ammo must be earned via gameplay and is not dropped on death. Kinda sounds like what Year 1 PvP should have been, TBH. Checkmate will be in Crucible Labs from week 5 to week 10, hoping that'll be fun and worth the effort, but I guess time will tell. Relic is a new 6v6 party mode where players use unique relic weapons to wreak havoc. Relics include the shield from Vault of Glass, the spear from Season of the Risen, and the scythe from Season of the
Oh,
Haunted.
shit.
To be dead honest here, while I'm glad PvP is getting more stuff, this ain't it in my opinion. I'm only speaking for myself here, but I want more substantial changes and add-ons to PvP, not more silly, goofy party modes. Hopefully the addition of Checkmate will make up for that, but I mean, like, we already have Mayhem, we already have Team Scorched. I'm sure Relic will be good for a laugh at the very least, but I can't imagine that that is what the vast majority of the PvP players are begging for. It's certainly not what I'm requesting or begging for. Anyway, moving on to matchmaking improvements. In Season 22, Bungie is modifying the loose skill-based matchmaking settings for
So I need some heavy now.
Hopefully these new settings will improve matchmaking times for players who find themselves at the upper or lower ends of the skill spectrum, which is nice to hope that works out. Also, we're getting loose fireteam-based matchmaking into the Crucible rotators, including labs. In Season 23, Bungie is
Hold
delivering
up.
a new Iron Banner mode and a new Hake Ag Frame Strand Pulse Rifle as the newest comp reward weapon. Now that I'm actually looking forward to, because hard-hitting pulse rifles put in work in PvP and I really enjoy them. They also give a reminder that they're focusing their map reprisal efforts on porting the Citadel from 2018 into Season 23. For the Vanguard playlist activities, Bungie talked about Vanguard medals, which are coming in Season 22. Medals will contribute to scoring, allowing players to get higher scores and rep multipliers by performing unique actions and, quote, doing cool things. The goal apparently is to reward players for playing well and
Guess that was too
players
rad.
out of their way to grind for score. Some newer medals will also be coming, but in Season 23. Bungie also mentions that even more battlegrounds are going to eventually get added into Nightfalls and GMs. Regarding Gambit, Bungie admits that they've been quiet AF since Witch Queen. Unfortunately, the Witch Queen updates to Gambit didn't, quote, move the needle for player engagement. For the love of God, Bungie, if Gambit actually had decent loot worth chasing, like either Grandmasters or Trials, people would probably play. Bungie says they straight up don't have plans to dedicate more resources to transform Gambit, but they do have a few updates planned for
They
the
just
year
need
of the
armor.
final shape.
True
Those
that.
plans include porting in the Cathedral of Scars map and adding Shadow Legion and Lucent Hive enemy types. At this point, I'm on team either rework Gambit hardcore or just use the resources at Bungie on more important things and let Gambit die. Seems like Bungie went with the latter option, which I'm fine with. Just a shame knowing what Gambit could have been. Bungie is also reducing the number of Gambit-specific seasonal challenges in Season 22. Lol, Lamau. Armor set rewards. Bungie mentions that the ritual playlist armor sets don't often get a lot of love from the player base, so they're not going to be creating new sets for every expansion. However, they are prioritizing the delivery of a new ritual armor set alongside the final shape. They also have a new Trials armor set coming in Season 22, and they share one image showing that Titans can apparently get bear armor, which I'm not going to lie, is sick. I'm getting that. The game
Word.
security part of the article is very, here's what we did, and we're going to keep hunting down cheaters. If you want to read that part of the article on your own, feel free. But again, it's very much, we've done X, Y, Z to get cheaters, and we'll keep doing it in the future. Kind of hoping for more details, but yeah, I understand why Bungie wants to keep their methods quasi-secret. TLDR, don't let strangers recover your accounts, boys. The game stability section is very much in the same vein as the game security part. A lot of jargon and overall vagueness. They did X, Y, Z to try and make sure that servers don't get french fried every week. In Season 22, they're going to do chaos testing, whatever the fuck that is. And in Season 23, they're taking even more precautions
Goddamn, a
to protect players
48.
against wild stability issues that may continue to occur in the future. Regarding the seasonal structure, Bungie's trying to shake up the seasonal paradigm this year in order to make each season feel unique. They want to do even more of that moving forward, and they mentioned they'll talk more about that in the upcoming showcase on August 22nd. And now, quality of life upgrades. In Season 22, we'll be getting cosmetic favoriting. Pin up to 100 of your favorite shaders, ornaments, and emotes to the top of the list.
Yeah, it's like Bungie finally got around to doing shit the community has been asking for years. Maybe that's part of why people don't fuck with us. Cause it's like, oh look, they finally listened. Oh no. Oh, is this the fishing season? Okay, I'll fuck with it. I'm tired. Fuck this game. I don't feel any need to go on and do anymore. Thank goodness. I understand how the seasonal activity works now, though. The seasonal loop. Man, it is not fun at all. I guess fishing could be fun. But like, yeah, if I had to grind that out 8 times or however many times it is for the season, 12, I guess. I think it's 8. 8 weeks for the season. If I had to do that shit, bro, I would die. So doing these like once a day or something like that, probably my best bet here. And then I'll stack my glims for the final season before the final shape. Oh, automatic. we get a cutscene? There you go. Oh, I gotta go talk to them. Alright. What is that? Ominous. Is it spreading? Or is it going away?
An oasis in the desert. Seeds of hope buried beneath the sands. Nomads, wanderers, travelers. Their journey comes to an end. The first to be claimed by the deep. The first to fall victim to the witness.
Whoa. Want to go fishing? It might make you feel better. Okay, say no more. I will not pry.
So you heard all of that, huh?
I was right there, yeah.
Hard to believe, but it's not just noise. I can understand bits and pieces of it through Asa.
Hmm.
See through Arath's thirst for battle. Witnesses' cold rage. The Taken's enmity. It's all in there. I started hearing it when my arm got this new paint job. But it hasn't sounded that eerie since. Doesn't matter. I've been through it before. And I can get through it again. Asa has vital information about the witness. I'll do whatever it takes so she can deliver. That's the mission, and I always complete the mission. Asa and I both need to recover before we boost our connection again. Until then, continue helping Drifter upgrade his technology. Hate to admit it, but his plan seems like it might actually work.
Sweet. He can be trusted still. Oh, I just got the thought of eating Cheese Whiz. Oh, nice. Is this good? Cascade Point. Ooh. I don't really care. But I will claim my shit. Oh, I gotta do the hand cannon one at least. I didn't even do a pulse rifle kill. I don't know what this is. Oh god. Alright, fair enough.
Drifter believes he can further improve his modified blade to work with greater depth. It will require more salvage from the sunken oncology. Acquire it for so we can continue enhancing Sloane's link process.
Say less.
This mission. Sloane's been through enough as it is. I informed her of everything that transpired while she was MIA. Guardians using the darkness, Savathun's deception, the witness attacking the traveler. The two of them were close. Word of Amanda's death hit Sloane hard. I saw it in her eyes. The moment when the news landed. And the moment she buried it.
Hard core.
But I recognize her need for it. Her need for an objective. And a commander to decide.
Commander. got you.
We'll all see this through together.
Sloane seems very talkative though, like verbal with her emotion and stuff. So I don't really have a problem with. Ooh, keys. What do those do? Oh, cool. Alright, man. I'll tell you this. I don't give a fuck to do any of this. So, I guess see what rolls out of this. Oh, cloaks. Oh, a helmet. Oh, another helmet. Yeah, I guess what am I supposed to go for here? The spare rations? I like the shotgun look. No, it's not that one. Maybe Soul Survivor? I feel like I heard of Soul Survivor being trash. Outlast I feel like is supposed to be good. Bug Out Bag just sounds cool. I probably need to get the what are these shits called? The strand weapons though. Just to have one of the archetype or one of the style of weapon. Okay. I can grind this out off stream because that shit boring as fuck. Okay.
That's it. It just works.
It's not a scam, if that's what you're asking. Ain't gonna make you put in some lever, pull a lever.
Mm-hmm.
See, the way I look at it, this has always been the plan. Playing the game, gamble, the machine. The nine taking the long view.
Using the nine to tell you to run gambling. Yes. When they saw everything coming, that's how they chose to prepare us.
Don't know, boss. Maybe they see the future. Maybe they're just a few floors above and can see further down the road than we can. Maybe we're all just squinting specks, looking for meaning. What I'm saying is, it works. It'll get us maybe, if we're lucky, get Sloan what she needs to.
And what is that?
Immediately trash. So bad. Alright. Thank you. Yes, it seems like the state of the game framing was a lot worse than it is, so maybe the game's not in such a bad spot. I mean, it's a bad spot for me because I gotta grind out 2 seasons maybe. Or a few guns from 2 seasons. But I'll figure that out off stream. I'll figure out like what I actually want to do. In terms of what weapons I want to get. I think I just want to get the armor. And then create a single loadout for my Titan. And one for my, like a well for my Warlock and a bubble for my Titan, I guess. Maybe a striker for the Titan. And then I guess shift for solo. For like the dungeons. Not the dungeons, but like a solar. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking even care about actually stasis for my Warlock. Two Warlock classes, 1 solar, 1 stasis, and then 2 Titan classes, 1 void and 1 arc. Maybe no. Let me see. Titans have bubble, they have striker, and then they have or Fist of Havoc, whatever the fuck the shit is called. And then they have solar, but the solar is supposed to be like, oh, for GMs. Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, for GMs, and then the 2 are for 2 of this shit are for oh yeah. All right, cool. I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm just not gonna get stranded on my other 2 characters because fuck that grind. But I'll get the aspects that I need for stasis. Warlock, play that in PvP. You know, if I'm gonna play Warlock at all, I'm probably gonna just do that. All right, I think I got it. I just need to sort out my vault off stream, figure some shit out, and then yeah, I'll have some purpose when this grind comes around. That way, I don't have to like grind endlessly for all the loot when I don't need it all. And I even look up some of the armor pieces too. So this stream is a little bit of a test for when I finish Zelda. I'll be grinding this out for a bit until the end of the season, beginning of the new season. And there's a couple other games that I want to sprinkle in there, so you know, look out.